There's something really surreal as well about going to a callback and you go in and everybody looks like you and is dressed the same as you if you have to put on a
pretty weird.
It's weird. Today was a different one because I went in, it was me and 3 big fat Maori guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what the...
Did they give you the line? Okay, that's great. Can you say the line again but say cuz after it?
I don't want to be pulled up. GMat.
Is there anything for dessert or something?
Oh, Mario.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
Hometown Spider-Man.
Yay. I need help with doing a push-up.
This is still going?
Yep.
It's well, do I? I think I do. Matt, can you talk into your microphone while I turn myself up?
Breast milk and cheese is my favorite combination. What's that? Oh, I didn't even turn them on.
Well, I didn't turn them off from last
so they
time,
probably just
must
died.
So what happens
be
with the
dead.
stream after this? We all just hang around while you stream?
No, I'm not streaming tonight.
I thought you said stream chat.
No, we'll talk about G-Stream.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes way more sense.
We're going to have a little powwow about G-Stream.
Right.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Ellie!
I think we're ready to announce G-Stream, right? I can say the date. We've all agreed on the date.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
Does
with
anybody remember what the date is?
I've got it in my calendar. One sec.
Yeah. Do it live. Do it live. This is a weird way to start. I like this. Let's start the podcast this way.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Ben walked straight into the podcast.
My calendar.
Didn't even say hello before the podcast.
No.
Calendar.
Why
It
would
was
I?
sometime
We're
in
performers.
September. No, it wasn't.
Look at these notes.
It is. It's September 24th.
September 24th.
The Saturday.
G-Stream.
Yeah.
September 24th. AEST. Or DT. We're ST right now.
East.
For those who don't know, G-Stream's a 12-hour charity stream that we do to raise money for sick children's hospitals. 100% of the proceeds go to the kiddies. If you can join, there's also prizes to win. I don't know what the prizes are just yet, but they'll be bigger than any prize that we've given away previously. And it'll be good. It'll be good fun. Doing
Bigger
some
in
new
size, quality, or value?
stuff. Value.
Ugh.
Size.
I was going to be
They're
I was
going-
gonna
probably
be Jumping
size as
Castle
well.
or something.
No.
Well,
A new
Well, I'm not coming,
car.
that'll be bigger in value.
I'm not coming.
A jumping castle.
We'll be in person this year as
just
well,
want-
which we weren't last year.
Oh, thank God.
I went on it. I did the best time on the stream the other night. Someone was like, "What's G-Stream?" And I was like, "Oh." So I went on like a trip down memory lane, and I watched all the announcer videos and then all the opening videos
Oh.
that we do, and then just like went through and looked at some snippets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll have to go back and remember.
I'll send you all the links, and you can just.
I remember him.
Where the fuck have I put my notes?
Yeah, I
There
don't
it
know. My brain went weird for a second there. I was expecting because this is a podcast.
You walked in the door to the podcast.
This is a podcast that gets recorded and
Yeah.
then edited and put out.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I like to do that. And you're like, well, I'll send you all the clips. And then like a half in the back of my mind was imagining my own life going like that. Doing the and then I would be just watching them.
That's what I
know.
imagine
It
happens
was
after
odd.
we die.
It's because I was looking at the screen and seeing the podcast and I was imagining the edit, but I'm in real life now being recorded. So that's not how
Happens to me
editing
every
works.
week.
You
Every
can't
week.
just edit.
When Beck's here and that's facing the other way, I find myself looking at myself talking and telling the story.
I think, it wasn't me imagining my own life actually happening. I was watching that, not kind of putting two and two together that I was saying what was on the screen.
Have you been not sleeping well? Because when I don't sleep, which I haven't slept a lot,
It's that
lately,
very much that
I
vibe.
disassociate all the time.
Yeah.
Just constantly. And this is a special kind of disassociating that not many people get to experience.
Yeah.
So I was saying, I'd love to watch that. And then waiting for the screen to show it to me. But I'm on the screen live.
Like a news presenter.
fucking stupid.
It's technically not the screen yet. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the screen.
You know when people watch us on the screen, it's like we're not on that screen yet.
Well,
Like,
we
that's
are.
not
When
that
they're listening to
screen.
this, we will be.
But that's true.
So technically I'm right.
but right now, the screen you're looking at isn't the screen. You know
Can you
what
do
I
a
mean?
little wobbly like a... I
was thinking like
do it
That's
now
So
just
Raven.
when I'm watching... Yeah,
like straight to the
straight to my
eye.
eye.
Okay. This is hot. Erection achieved. Erection fucking achieved.
So
I'll look straight at the camera so you
G-Stream-
can go into my eye if you want.
G-Stream, everybody.
Do you do it again? Do it again. You gotta whip your head. You gotta whip your head around like.
Is that how she does it?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
whips her
yeah,
head.
yeah.
She whips her head.
There you go.
And then in the
Where do I have to
it
cut
has
to?
it in the eyeball. It has to zoom into his eyeball, and then it will say
Footage not found.
404, or it will say "Welcome to GMat podcast," and
Yeah.
then the music starts.
Well, I want to talk a little bit more about G-Stream.
Yeah. This
What was
could
the
be
date?
spliced.
This could be
24th.
24th, be there, be square. Ah, fuck it. We'll bring it up. There's so many weeks between now
flood
and
it.
then.
That's-
Let's do
That's
it.
plenty.
Let's do it.
Do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Channel.
They said, "Baby, don't you need nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel."
Vaguely.
GMat.
Nobody remembers that song.
Hello and welcome to episode 213 of the GMat pod. That was so weird.
What, the song?
Yeah, I just disassociated as well and then came back into
Stop doing it.
do us that to do on the Discovery Channel.
That's the only thing that brings me back.
That was fun. What am I listening to? I can't understand.
Today's episode of the GMat podcast is brought to you by our merch, which is available at teespring.com/stores/the real GMat. Go get yourself some merch. That thing behind Aidan, you can get on a shirt or a jumper. That intro is brought to you by me. If you'd like to submit your own intros, please send them to contact@therealgmat.tv or submit them in the Discord. Send them to Facebook. Just get them to me. I'll play them. It's so easy. And if you want to support the show and help us to keep making more stuff, patreon.com/the GMat podcast. Pledge any amount. Get extra content. We love it. Cut the music. Hello.
Hello.
My name's Matt. I'm the host of the GMat podcast. I'm joined on my right, co-host extraordinaire. He's got a beard. He's got a beanie. It's Ben J.
I'm also quite Raven.
He's quite Raven.
He's not so Raven though. He's just quite Raven.
I'm a bit Raven.
He's a bit fuck you, Raven.
Remember that was a category on Pornhub a long time ago.
Raven.
Raven.
What does
So
that mean?
Raven.
Just means like pale ladies with black hair, I believe.
Pale ladies with black hair. What does the Raven mean?
I think it's like black hair, like a raven.
Okay.
I just remember seeing that. And
But
being
why pale
frightened.
skin?
Don't know.
I'm joined by Aidan,
Hello.
co-host Rod and Gun wearing hat.
Porn aficionado.
Porn aficionado.
No, okay.
He loves
No?
porn.
I'm a
So you're-
sommelier.
Smile.
I'm a porn
Sommelier.
sommelier.
Jizz.
Somebody said the other day, and I was listening to a podcast. I think it was Hey Babe, and they were talking about their favorite
Hey
porn
Babe.
categories. And I was like, I don't think I have a.
Liar, pacifier.
No,
You're
here's the
lying to
thing.
the world.
Here's the thing. I don't have a favorite porn category. It's the
You just watch
person
it
that's
all.
in there.
Oh, so you have your favorite porn star?
I don't. If the
So who's the porn
categories.
star?
No, I don't have a favorite porn star. I just you look at the video, you go, oh, that's a very attractive person. I want to watch that.
So-
I don't care if it's stepsister, daughter, robber, gangbang,
Yeah, I get
13
so much-
cocks slapping her in the face. All that matters is that they look nice and they have to be Japanese.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I totally understand that, but
Like that he went.
That was a proper joke, everybody.
Stepsister, daughter, 13 cocks. All the other ones.
I'm not. Yeah,
I ran out.
I do. Yeah, I understand that. No, I don't. I often go by not category though. I very rarely go as category.
I go by category.
Yeah, I do categories. I love categories, but I often go as by the star themselves.
Okay.
The star.
Yeah, I just like to go onto the list and look, and you go, yes.
Yeah, I don't need the list. I just go through the recommended
Yeah, see, the
or the
problem with
whatever.
that is it's always because the titles just freak me out.
Yeah,
So
but
you
don't
go
look
through,
at the
you're like-
titles.
But it's just what I
Because
do.
I watch
It's
it
who
be
I
like,
am.
oh, like this is a good looking person.
I'm
And
into
then-
the stars as well. It's annoying because you have to. It's like Oscar nominated ... and you have to hover over it to see which star,
Yeah.
like what the actual name of
Yeah,
the thing
the
is, because
convert.
it's
Okay, great.
it's shortened.
It's
Hover and see
weird,
the
and
rest
it
of the-
never starts with Ben J. It starts with big orange haired
Bimbo.
man, yeah, rammed by 12 cocks starring, and then you don't see the starring. That's the ...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big breasted bearded boy banged by 12 men. You know what I mean?
I'm all about that thumbnail.
Yeah, that's big alliteration as
Does
well.
there have to be alliteration? It always has to be alliteration. Like Cindy cock loving gets creamed by 13
Yeah.
Croatian
Or it's like
cocks.
stepmom gets railed by 10-inch cock.
Have we even done the intro yet? We have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
at least we've
You're
done
really-
the intro
we
before we go into it. Fuck's sake.
We came here quickly.
pretty quickly.
But
Pun intended.
speaking of coming quickly, yeah, damn it. God damn.
Anyway, did anyone else want to say anything about jizz or boobs?
Were you
or
going to a note or did your phone
ass
vibrate?
or-
No.
No, I was just looking to see if I had anything.
We were talking about something just before I got distracted by the porn thing.
Classic.
No idea. No idea.
It was
at all.
G-Stream.
Yeah, G-Stream's gonna be good fun.
My phone did buzz,
Yeah.
and it's from a person on Grindr, a blank profile, no information. There it is. And the
Mystery.
message is, hey, mate, you need your cock sucked?
I'm in the area.
No,
Yeah.
but you say, no, not me, but I have some friends.
Not me, but I have some friends.
Me and Ben are dressed the same today. Looks like we got the same similar vibe. His shirt probably buttons up though. I had an audition.
Both of us have beards
Oh,
in
yeah, the
photos if
audition
you check.
today.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Which
very similar.
audition was it?
A different audition. Today was a beer commercial audition.
Oh.
Doesn't
Say
quite
beer or beard?
beer.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't explain the photo then.
No, the photo was just something. I sent it, and then someone sent it back to me with an edit, and I was like, okay.
Weird ass.
Yeah, it was a hard one to look at. Beer
Didn't even
commercial,
look like
which seems to be my current demographic, is
Yeah.
beer, gambling, and tools.
Yeah.
Is all I get to read for.
Yeah.
But this was a callback, so I've had the other callback I haven't heard back from. I probably didn't get it. It's been a while now, which is a bummer because there's a lot of money. This one's also a lot of money, so I hope I get this one. And the audition felt good, but when I did the initial self tape, they have a costume thing. They were like, make sure you wear a flannel over or an overshirt over an undershirt and jeans. You know, that's what they wanted,
Yeah.
and I fucking hate that, so I didn't do it.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, and then
Wait,
they
what?
I don't like when auditions tell you to dress up, and I'm like, okay, are you gonna build the set as well? I don't fucking understand this,
So
so I didn't do it. And then
you took off
this
your
is for the
own
self-tape.
clothes.
This is for the self tape.
But you wear that anyway.
This I don't wear this. It doesn't button up.
Yeah, but you do.
Don't fit, does it?
But it
You
doesn't need
own
a
it.
button up. You wear it as an overshirt.
It's Johnny Vegas. Yeah, I know, but I just didn't wear it.
Right.
And then, I got the callback. And then, but on
Despite your best efforts.
the
Yeah.
callback brief, they like highlighted the costume bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but then when I got there, they were like, "We loved your self tape," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But I don't like that.
You realized you sound like a jackass, right?
I don't like
Yeah.
wearing costumes. It's like, why? I'm gonna go in and read the fucking lines.
Yeah.
Is the set in there? Is the makeup team there?
Yeah.
Why is it this
They
this
could be
important?
but they asked, I guess.
I don't care. I don't know.
I will give you.
They're not paying me yet.
$10,000. Yeah, but like.
And
you
I'm sorry.
want
Am
them
I
to pay.
bringing my own costume to the fucking shoot?
They're trying to envision the person in the role.
And they can't
you're like,
do
it's
that?
a lot of money. I really want this one. Put on a shirt you already own that's right behind you.
Oh, I wore an
Ah.
overshirt, but you want me
But
to?
it's so
Fuck
small.
you.
Anyways, I know.
You're wearing it right now. Why are you still wearing it?
Because I haven't changed since I left the audition.
Oh my fucking god.
You can't hate it too much.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not as annoying as just putting on a new shirt. Anyways,
Give me
so-
the money.
Yeah.
You don't
I
fucking
haven't
deserve
got
it.
the money yet. The
No
point is,
wonder.
I go in, I read the lines. That's all that matters. Can I read the lines?
It's
And
not all that matters. Otherwise, we'll just come in and read the lines.
Yeah, but I'm not going to come in a fucking suit, am I?
They didn't ask you to come in a suit.
No, but I meant like I'm just going to come in clothes. It's a guy at a bar. I'm going to be dressed like
But they did
a
ask
guy,
you to just come in clothes.
and I did in person. I did.
It wasn't like coming
That
in a
is-
princess costume either. It's like there's just shit you had lying around the house
Yeah.
and often wear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very funny.
It's
Yeah, but I
just-
wore those same clothes yesterday. I'm going to wear them tomorrow. I'm not going to wear them today for the
Yeah.
audition.
I'm not going to rock up in a suit. I'm going to rock up exactly what I wear.
But I equally hate when you go to an audition and there's no costume brief, but people dress up as the
That
character.
is like a no-no. You
Yeah.
shouldn't do that.
So,
If
but
they don't ask you to, you shouldn't do it.
I have the same feeling about when people make me wear the costume. Like I've just envision me.
That's true. It's like that
Envision
idea that when
me.
you
know?
remember a long time ago when you were doing that elf thing, and it was like somebody rocked up, everybody was dressed as an elf.
In Christmas clothes.
Why bother
Yeah.
saying the lines?
do
You
you
might
mean?
go like, well, you can hear how I talk because I'm saying hi to you now.
Because the lines
just
actually-
imagine me saying the lines.
Because the lines go into the final
Just
product.
imagine
This
me
shirt
acting
and this
the lines.
this doesn't go into the final product.
Not exactly, but the way
face
you say the
and
lines
the way I
won't
say
either.
my lines go in there.
No,
I
they
go
don't.
in, I say the lines, but okay, we'll put him in wardrobe because that's our fucking job.
and also we'll direct him and make him say the lines differently because he's got the vibe
That's
and I've heard him
fine.
say a
That's
bit
fine.
of it and got a general
That's
sense
fine.
of it.
These are not comparable things.
They're exactly
the lines.
comparable.
They're not. The lines. This is. I don't wear my clothes in the show in the commercial.
Yeah.
I say my lines
It's
with
an
my face and my
approximation for them
voice.
to get a sense of it.
I'm gonna be wearing clothes. Like I could have gone in anything, and if
Well,
if
not
I
anything
wore
because
what
I
I
asked
u-
for specific things so they could envision what you look like.
yes, the reject shop thing was silly, especially
So
because
silly.
nobody asked anyone, and everyone came in Christmas clothes.
That
I
was
like,
silly.
Fucking dweebs.
Yeah, that was really silly.
Did you get that one?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine somebody that dressed up.
Someone
probably
dressed
got
like
on,
fucking
yeah.
Christmas clothes.
Yeah, probably. Got
And I'm like, hey, this guy.
It's like if I go to a job interview, I'll wear sandals. I don't care. I don't care how I look. I don't care because they know it's the way I talk.
But
and
also,
not the way
all
I
of your
dress.
jobs are at Birkenstock.
Damn it.
Keep in mind,
That's why
if
they-
I go to a job interview, I'll dress well for a job interview. If I go to an audition, I'll dress well for the audition.
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk in
What
in
did you wear? Out of curiosity, what did you wear to the audition?
a hoodie. To the audition today?
No.
To the original?
We know what you wore
A
to the
hoodie.
audition today. You're wearing it.
Sorry. Because I didn't go to an audition. I did
But
self-tape.
there's also
Oh, for
two
the hell-
other
for the
things you're not
self-tape.
considering. Besides all the other points that I made, whether you agree with them or not, there's also
They were hardly points.
can read the brief and follow instructions and gives a shit about the job enough to do those things.
Those are pretty important.
The
Look, it's all semantics because he did get a
callback.
Despite his best efforts.
So,
It's
I
my
mean,
problem.
this is the thing,
It's
right?
like, it's
You're
like you're
a
trying
talented
to
man.
not get the job.
The problem is
But then
he's too talented
today-
to have to care.
Today,
Mm.
I'm going in, there's,
and
and
you did what they told
I
you.
put in the effort.
And
of
so
different-
now now they've given me a callback. I suppose I can wear the clothes that make Did you bring it up to them? It's like, this makes no sense. I'm not going to be wearing this on the day.
Okay, all right. I might have been going a bit hard. I think a callback is a different sort of environment. But
Yeah.
for a self-tape to send out to a few hundred people.
For a self-tape,
you know.
I
Did you say on the
kind of
self-tape?
agree.
No, I didn't say
I'm not
anything.
putting on the clothes.
I just
for
wore
this. It's a fucking self-tape.
They just wore a hoodie and did the
I
self-tape.
do agree for a self-tape. I also don't like the whole business of like, stand, I can't see anything behind you. You have to you have to
very-
stand with a white wall behind you. There's not many in my house that I don't have just many white
All
walls.
feature walls. Every
Well,
wall's a
there's
feature
just
wall.
things hanging from
Yeah,
them, and
yeah.
I'm tall, which means I'm at picture height. Which means, okay, in my room, I have to take pictures off the wall to self-tape, which is fucking annoying.
I just did a lounge room.
Right, because I did one, and they were like, "It's great. Can you please retape?" Literally
Hair
asked me,
brown, eyes blue, height, picture.
and you have to say, "Hi, my name's Aidan. I'm 6'3". Not like you couldn't fucking read this shit. I'm not 6'3".
I know, I meant you had to say
don't wanna
height.
dox
You have to
yourself.
say all of it.
I've never had to say.
Oh my god, it drives me
in
insane.
the brief, which I read, they didn't tell me to say that.
You just do less than 5'5".
I had to do for a couple of extra gigs that I did, and then a couple of like a bunch of commercial auditions that I did. It was Aidan, brown hair, green eyes, this much weight. Like it was everything from top to finish. And then before I started, I had to turn around and have a full body shot of myself, which is
T-pose?
yeah, I T-posed. I didn't get the gig, but I did T-pose.
Nice.
This one was
practice.
good because it was like a mid shot. They sent an example. It said, do it like a mid shot. And then again, blank
What
wall
were the,
behind
what
you.
were the lines?
It was, I don't want to say what it is.
Well, don't say that product.
Okay,
Just say,
let's say it's VB.
Yeah.
I go, VB, thanks. And then the person gets the VB and they do something weird with it. And I go, what's that for? And then they hand me the VB and I read it and I go, I say the slogan of the beer. And they go, huh, and walk away. That's the commercial.
What beer is it?
Anyways, so this one was a mid-shot thing.
Yeah.
But it was that blank wall, one color. But I was able to do the green screen. But the one I did the other day, the one that I probably haven't gotten, was the same thing. I had to have a full body shot and a blank wall behind me with nothing on it.
Oh, so you
and a
just used
single
the green
color.
screen and sat here and did
No,
it?
no. That one I had to go out there and move the couch. I've get those photos off the wall. And I was like, okay.
I've decided
Not putting on a shirt, though.
I've decided I just.
Well,
do
I mean,
it,
that was,
I
you
do
know.
it in front of the door now. You should just do it in front of your door.
There you go.
that one was a lot of money.
yeah,
So
okay,
the
this is more than
money,
this one. Okay.
it puts
That
in the
one
effort.
was
Direct
a
proportional.
silly amount of money.
Yeah, and that was where I had, like, Beck was doing the other
Millions
I was like,
and
I
millions of
need to
dollars.
get this goal back.
Yeah.
What were we going to say, sorry?
I said do it do it in front of the door next time. That's what I've decided. I've started doing. Just close the door. And stand in front of the door.
It's still like the briefs I've read have been like it needs to be like flat, nothing on the wall, all that sort of
Why?
shit.
Like why? Why?
Yeah.
Why do you need that?
So that's how I feel about costume. Like, why do you need it? Just imagine. Like, just imagine that picture's not there.
That's true. The picture, I get
For
it. But
cock.
I didn't even make a point of that one. In my mind, I was in the lounge room then. Can't
It's
imagine that.
art. Deal with it.
it's odd. Hello.
Yeah. So weird audition. Audition went well though. Went really, really well. So
Okay.
you know, not shocked. Do you notice when you go to an audition? Have you done commercial, like a bunch of commercial auditions, or just like, what's your history with commercial auditions, man?
That's my history.
Yeah.
I've done at least one.
Okay.
Okay.
And the one that you and I did.
Oh, yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, that story that makes me sweat. That story.
I think I may have blocked that out because I completely forgot about it until he brought it up here.
that was a bad experience, wasn't it?
I didn't mind.
It was
loved
funny. It was funny, and it was my first commercial audition, so I wasn't really fussed or worried about what happened. Just wanted to go in and have a laugh.
Right.
Also, when we went there, I was expecting like, guys, come in and take us. Like, please, John Hamm, come in, sit down.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this audition now, and it was gonna be like business dudes and like, oh, these are proper real people, but they were just like fucking hipsters.
they're just
It's
Yeah.
like,
fucking
guys,
people.
come in, yeah, like so whatever. I'm like, bitch, I'll do your job. What?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
And then I remember it was like they were looking for a comedy duo, and then I think the people that did book the job were like
Leno and Woodley.
like Auntie Donna or Leno Woodley
Yeah.
or someone like that. I was like, what fucking chance do we have?
Yeah, why do we do that? What was the point?
So you got the only other one that you've auditioned for.
Well, no, technically no. I auditioned for it and then got another role that was just like a 1-day thing instead of like the national blah 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 spot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But in that, it was the same thing. It's like there's ringers coming in. Like you go in there with some unknowns, and they're like, play this ukulele for a bit. Oh, sorry, I can play ukulele. Give me the ukulele. I'll play like ukulele for a bit. And then the short guy from Scared Weird Little Guys. Do you remember him? The guy with really scared. So I'm like, Russ. I'm like, well, obviously. And of course he fucking books it.
Yeah. It is wild. It's like I did an audition for the Big Hoo Ha, an improv troupe in Melbourne, and they're really great. And I got right to the end. And I was like, me and like 6 other people. And I was like, I'm a shoo-in here.
Yeah.
And they hired like 2 people from the fucking radio and a girl
Ed
that's
Cavalier and Cal Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
not me then?
Yeah. And the girl playing Moaning Myrtle in Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
Who's like this cabaret superstar in Melbourne. She's unbelievable. Gillian Cosgrove is her name. And she gets booked. And I was like,
I thought you were talking about in that.
Fucking hell.
I thought you were talking about M, who's doing it for that. No. There's something really surreal as well about going to a callback and you go in and everybody looks like you and is dressed the same as you if
pretty
you
weird.
have to put on a
Pretty weird.
It's weird. Today was a different one because I went in, it was me and 3 big fat Maori guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what the...
Did they give you the line? Okay, that's great. Can you say the line again but say cuz after it?
Yeah. Have you gone to commercial auditions and sat down and been like, there's 2 people in this room who are at the one I did yesterday?
No, because I've never done them back to back before. But I've seen a couple of the same people that
Yeah.
are like, huh.
We keep getting booked with
I'm a
this stuff.
brand.
And I'm like, hey, did you get the last one? He's like, no. Did you? I'm like, no. So we're just the fucking leftovers.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're the ones that didn't book anything.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's why I think we're a good group of friends, because if we were all doing commercial work, we would never be booking the same job.
No, I don't think so.
So we wouldn't have to fight.
I remember there's only one that I've booked, and it was the last one I ever did, where I was sitting there and they've got all the camera and shit set up. I'd eat some vegetables.
Yeah.
It's like me and a family. I don't know who I was supposed to be there because I look like this.
Yeah.
And it's like a mum and a daughter who's like 10 and the dad. And I'm like, who am I? Am I
Yeah.
the homeless uncle? Why am I here in between? It's like a proper family of like a 13-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl, nice clean-shaven
Maybe
dad,
it
and the
was
mum
like-
who's like, I
it was like
cooked all the food.
drugs always with you, and you're the physical embodiment of the drug.
What about, who's the guy in that 70s show who just lives with them in the basement? That's you.
Ellie, come here.
And then no, because it was like a food one. It was like a ready-made meals, blah 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 blah. So I was like, put it in. It's good for this, good for that.
Oh.
And then I got it out and I was eating the thing and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck I am in this family. Like, okay, everyone enjoying it. And I was like, these are cold. I'm not enjoying it. But I'm like, I can act. And so I was like, he's like, don't nod. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah, I told you that story of when I walked in and they were like,
Fuck this, I'm going to kill myself.
I remember thinking, I'm eating cold vegetables. This guy's telling me my acting is terrible. The one creative decision I made the whole day. He's like, don't do that thing. I'm like, well, I'm out of ideas. All I can do is sit here and eat the cold vegetables.
Is this an audition or a...
This is while they're filming. There's a giant camera on a dolly.
But so this is the job or you're auditioning
This is at
for
the job. I'm standing there. They're filming it with like a $200,000 camera.
that's hilarious.
Pushing it on this giant, it's like this like nice rustic estate on the top of a mountain. So they've got all the mountains and shit in the background. Like, okay, the vegetables are piping hot. They're delicious. And I'm like, "Honey."
Just make them
So-
piping hot.
Well,
What's
because
that
they
about?
make them piping hot and they're like, oh, can we just hold for a second? They do a bit of makeup. Can you switch that shirt? And then you come back and the vegetables have been sitting there for ages. They can't keep reheating them.
They put all their budget into
Yeah.
working out what the fuck he's doing there.
And I think I did wear a shirt that I brought from home as well. They tried a couple on me, like, that's too red. And they're like, the pat won't work with the camera. I was like, what have you got? I'm like, well, this. And they're like, yeah, that'll work.
A couple of times with costuming, I feel like it's fucking terrifying. I was doing extra. I was an extra in something. I can't remember. It was some show on Channel 10 or whatever. And the wardrobe fits me out. Great. I get a haircut. I get a shave. Everything's fantastic, right? We go in. They're filming. 2 takes, 3 takes. Cut. Who the fuck is wearing... That guy's wearing the same shirt. And I'm wearing the exact same shirt as the lead.
I remember this.
So I don't know... they're like, well, what do we do? And
Is he going to change or
we're
am I
like
going
a
to
20-minute walk from base camp or whatever. Base camp, I guess it's called. And they're like, well, did you bring it? Wardrobe, do you have anything? Like, we don't. They were like, can you take the shirt off? And I was like, I'm not wearing anything under here. It's just a shirt. So this humongously fat guy takes off his leather jacket. He's part of the crew. And he was humongous.
So you're just swimming in like dad's sleeves, typing on a computer. You just see little fingers hanging out.
My shoulders are out here.
Don Johnson.
Yeah, it was Don Johnson. I was full on swimming in this big black leather coat, and all I could do was laugh. And the girl opposite me, you can see in the final take, I'm just being normal, right? And I'm right in the shot, and she's vibrating.
You told this story on the podcast, and when I was at that other commercial, I was thinking about the Reject Shop audition, which was just horrifying.
Yeah.
And that story popped into my brain. Remember
It's
you
a bad
on the
one.
set putting on the big guns.
The whole thing stopped because I was wearing the wrong shirt. And because the only reason I was wearing that is because I was too fat for the other one. They were like, take this. And they're like, oh, all right, I guess you can wear that. And I was like, fucking hell.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Did a one once where this is long before, I was like right out of high school. And everything's set up and they're doing the fucking shots.
Audition or job?
This is at the job. So I just went along to be an extra.
Fucking hell, you book jobs?
Yeah, you just said you
No, this is, I was there to be an extra. I was just supposed to be an extra at a wedding.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting there and then I'm guessing this is probably a high budget as well for Australian cinema. And they've got a guy and they're like, oh, he's not going to work. He's got braces, so he can't be the groom. Because the chick who was playing his wife was one of the cast, like the supporting cast.
Oh, right.
But the husband was not. So he was just like, she's getting married to him and she's in other scenes because she's with her friends.
Yeah.
And then she's got her husband. And so I'm sitting there and they're just looking at height. All they're doing is looking at people's height. And you stand up and they're like, mate, what size are you? Because they've got the suit as well. So they're just trying to find someone this tall who fits into this suit.
Yep.
And they're like, can you swap jackets with him? And they put the jacket on. And they're like, yeah, sweet. Do you want to play her husband? I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And so I did it and they had the suit and it's because it was the wedding reception.
Nice.
And so I put on the suit and then I'm just sitting there and then there's fucking proper actors just coming up to the table doing shtick as well, like because we're just bored while they're setting up the camera. Well, that's fine. And they're like, okay, you have to come back tomorrow though because then we're doing the rehearsal dinner. So they filmed it backwards.
Sure.
So this was the reception. All the A cast was there, and then the next day they were doing the rehearsal dinner. They're like, but you can't obviously wear the suit because this is you're not going to wear your groom suit at the rehearsal. It's like, okay. It's like, so bring a suit from home. I'm like, no worries. I just out of high school.
Yeah, I don't have a suit.
From the country. I don't own a suit. So I went to the op shop, bought a suit. The thing to remind me was the leather jacket thing because it was so fucking big.
Was it really?
The pants did that thing where when I buckled them up, they had the fold. They were folding out. I looked like a hobo. I had this worn.
Might as well use a fucking rope for a belt.
I had this worn out leather belt that right where I'd been buckling it for like a year. It was fake leather, so the pleather was all coming off.
100%.
Zipped it up, and there's all the spilling out, so I look like karate pants.
By the way, they knew that actor that they'd booked was gonna be
in braces.
No. They knew that guy was gonna have to be used for 2 scenes. So why the fuck didn't they have 2 suits?
I guess they were just going to do that of like, you bring your suit. Maybe they told him, bring your suits. I don't know what happened with him. Because
was it an indie project or was it a...
No. I'll tell you who was
A-listers?
in it. I'll tell you who was in it afterwards. Remind me.
All right. I get you. Yeah. Please.
Was your wife somebody that we would know?
No, I don't think so. I don't know it, but I don't know a lot of Australian actors. Hang on. I'll just message it to you now.
That happens a lot. It was Lantana. That's such a good movie.
I'll just tell you who was in it because I don't know if you know the movie.
I'm going to take her
Tell
out
us
for
the movie as well.
I don't know if
Tell us the movie.
Zendaya?
Oh, and the chick that I can't remember.
Oh, that was your wife?
No, none of them were.
Oh, those are not. I mean, the second one certainly.
There's another Australian royalty actor whose name I can't remember.
Rove Live.
It was Rove Live, yeah.
Hello. That's his full name, Rove Live.
Yeah, so then I don't know whether he was also an extra who got picked first and then they realized he had braces and they just were never going to really cast that part. You know how film sets, it's always
It's
go.
wild.
So some production assistant or casting person was not doing their job, I guess.
It's wild.
But maybe he's a friend of someone, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, mate, didn't realize you had braces and glasses. It's not
That's
going to work."
happened to me. You're an extra. I was an extra on this thing for months.
Oh, and the end of the story is,
Yeah.
I showed up and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of big. They're like, whatever, man, you're going to be shot through the window anyway. So I'm just wearing this giant suit. I look like a child, and my haircut at the time is fucking atrocious as well.
I really want to see this movie.
Was that when you had long hair?
It was pretty long.
Like the Zeppelin haircut that you had for ages?
It wasn't Zeppelin long, but it was like it was
long?
over the collar.
Oh wow!
Anyway.
What I really need you to text me the name of the movie,
All right, we'll talk about it after.
please. Yeah, that happened to me, but not with the costume. It was just like, hey, this guy's sick. He's gone home. Do you reckon you can learn these lines? I'm like, when's the scene? Like, right now. What? Right now. Let's go. And I had to go in, and it was with Anthony LaPaglia.
LaPaglia.
Yeah, the big LaPaglia.
The Lapaggy.
And I had to say a couple of things, and he was so fucking mean and so scary.
Was he?
Yeah, he was just like, he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
They were
right.
like, hey, this is Aidan. Like Jason's sick. So I know we had the rehearsal with Jason, but we're going to have to do it with Aidan. He was like, ugh.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah. It's like anything you want, guys. It's like, it's totally fine. I know, I can do it. I know what I'm doing. And he's like, do you? And I was like, oh, no, I don't.
Does he still have that affected accent?
Yeah, because he
Ugh,
lives in
gross.
America.
So what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
super annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was so
Nicole
scary.
Kidman's been famous way longer than him, and she still
Yeah.
got
No, she
almost
doesn't. She
an
has a
accent.
fucking
And
most
Hugh Jackman?
annoying fucking accent ever.
It's odd.
Her
Jackman?
accent's affected.
Huge Jackman.
Jackman lives here though, doesn't he?
Also, he wasn't famous until like 10 years after them.
And he's not big enough. Oh, he is big enough famous. He was in.
Yeah,
Jackman?
Everybody loves you.
I was
Yeah,
going to say
he's not LaPaglia big.
No, he's not. He's not Kidman big, is what I was saying.
Yeah, okay.
Also, it turns
He's
out
Kidman
LaPaglia-
big. Wolverine's put him further than Kidman, I think.
No, God, are you kidding?
I
She's
think
more
so,
of an
yeah.
enduring star, I think.
Kidman?
Yeah.
You're kidding yourself.
I'm sorry, but I don't know why I'm getting yelled at.
Oh, I'm not trying to yell.
No. No, I think Jackman's bigger than Kidman.
Jackman v. Kidman.
We need a poll. Is there a GMat poll? Is there a Twitter poll? An Instagram poll?
Oh, I could do a Spotify poll.
Let's do a
People
Spotify
listening
poll.
on
Do a Spotify poll for see is it Hugh Jackman or Nicole Kidman who's the largest star?
Who's the biggest star?
Who's the biggest star?
I definitely think it's up for debate.
God, I really think it's Kidman. Because like you see, you go, fucking Nicole Kidman's in that. You're kidding? And she's always good.
I think
She was good in that one with Hugh Grant.
in that one.
She's
yeah.
just, but he got
You're thinking of Julia Roberts.
I'm not thinking of Julia Roberts.
he got
Ever?
the series.
I think 1990s Kidman v late 20-teens Jackman is the competition. I don't think the Zoomers, I don't think they know Kidman.
No,
There's
the
as many of
Zoomers,
them.
the Zoomers don't
The
know Kidman.
TikTokers are going to have no idea who Kidman is.
The
really.
Zoomers don't know
Plus,
Kidman
Jackman's
well
big
enough.
in theater and film. Like he's
Theatre doesn't
hitting
matter.
both. I mean, it matters in a.
It counts
He's
exactly
he's-
zero.
He's,
In
he's
cultural-
tapping both asses. I understand.
Yeah. I think the Zoomers would know.
You really
Jackman.
reckon Kidman? Okay, well, what about this? What about Jackman v Roberts?
Julia Roberts?
Yeah, Julia.
J-Rob.
I mean, lately Jackman, right?
Jackman. What's he done lately?
I don't know. He's just more present. He's just always present. Somehow he's always like I'm always aware of him. Like I don't know what
I
the
feel
fucking.
like it's because like we're more aware because he's an Australian. It's like Hugh Jackman, the one fucking thing we have.
Sure, yeah. And I don't know what the Music Man is, but I know he's on Broadway with it with what's her face, Sutton Foster.
Yeah.
But I don't know the show or have seen anything about it. Just
Yeah.
somehow that just ends up in my brain.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point. So Jackman reigns supreme.
Well,
Probably, I haven't said
Margot
that.
Robbie. We need to get contemporary style because you guys are
Okay.
doing like the big 90s, 2000s ladies.
All right. So okay, Jackman versus Robbie.
Margot v. Jackman.
It's got to be Margot, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Wolf of Wall Street. She's fucking Leonardo.
What about
She's got
Wolverine though?
Wolverine's of Wall Street as well is a big one.
See,
But she
the
doesn't-
problem
he
is
doesn't fuck.
the problem is he's like relevant now, but he's also like these other people been relevant back then. So that's stuck in my
But
head.
like so is Michael Keaton, and Michael Keaton's nowhere near Jackman.
These are the lists. This is where the lists come from: the A list, the B list, the C list.
See,
and
I
the
would still
D
say
list.
Jackman for Margot against Margot.
You really think Jackman's better?
Yeah, I
than
don't know.
Margot?
Not better. Not better.
Like
didn't say
better on
better.
the standings. On the stand, not on better on talent.
Yeah, I
or
think
anything.
Jackman.
He's higher on the A list than she is what you're saying.
Maybe.
If you're a paparazzo and you've only got one thing of film left in your
going
digital
Margot
camera,
Robbie 'cause she might get out
and
of a car
Margot's
weird.
there and Jackman's there, Where's the camera going? Quick.
Margot.
Also, by
going
the
to
way,
Margot.
Hugh Jackman looks like he's melting because he's getting old and he's doing the graceful aging thing, which is fantastic of him. But he's been so ripped for so long that his skin, he's getting thinner, right? So now his skin looks so much more baggy.
Are you talking about that one photo of him when he was asleep?
No. There's more. There's
Oh, is
more.
there? Oh.
Yeah, like the videos of him, people are like, oh, fuck me, Hugh Jackman. You're like, not now.
I still would.
You'd still fuck Hugh
I
Jackman.
mean, I wouldn't have. No, but
I would fuck Hugh Jackman in someone like you.
sorry, that was a funny sentence.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries. I try my best, but that's a good movie.
Yeah,
That's a good
okay.
movie, and he's with Marissa Tomei. Oh,
Would you fuck him when he had the balls on his chin?
that could be the worst movie I've ever seen.
How sure was that?
That movie is like what's it
Something
called?
42. What is it?
The movie 42, I think it's called.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
It's terrible. It's got every.
It's got some funny jokes.
Oh god!
It was just like sketches.
It was.
It was
sketches
good
back to
sketches that they tried to make a story out of. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
I do remember enjoying the sketch, and I haven't
his
seen it for a
balls.
very, very long time. Not that one. I mean, that's in my head because he had balls on his chin. It's a hard.
They're
thing to
funny.
get out
Like
of
if
your
you put the homeschool one where they like try and give him the authentic school experience, like they're calling him a fag and pushing him into lockers and his mum hooks up with him. Like there's funny sketches. Like, if you put any of those
Yeah.
into, I think you should leave. Like, oh, I got balls on my chin. You know, like the balls on my chin in my soup, and I put them in my soup, and I try to eat my soup, my balls. Eat the soup off my balls. Eat the soup off my balls right now. If you put them in that,
really
it's
good.
funny.
That's
But they
really
try
good.
to make a movie out of it. And it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Also, the one where the girl gets her period. I remember thinking that was quite funny.
I
Is
don't
that
remember
movie?
it. I don't remember it.
Yeah, they're all in the kitchen.
The friend comes to visit and she gets her period, and then it's just the boys and the
House of
dad
boys, and they
trying
freak
to
out.
work out what to do about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I remember.
No, as a
Well,
movie, it was terrible.
I still think it's
The premises are very funny.
It's Gorbot Robbie over Jackman.
That's fair. You know what? It's on the.
Okay, what about this? This is the battle of the 90s women.
Okay.
Who was the woman in Titanic?
Okay, Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
Well, it's Kate Winslet.
V.
This is VVV. We're Ving a couple.
Triple
Okay,
V.
all right.
Kate Winslet.
The V.
V.
The V of the V's.
Okay, Kate Winslet. V. Julia Roberts. Right. V. Nicole Kidman. V.
Oh, I can't remember all
No,
the
no, no. Sandy B.
Ooh.
people. What year?
Well, Sandy B was more 2000s,
Now?
wasn't she?
Late 90s,
No,
2000s.
Speed was like 94.
Speed,
Was it? Okay,
Come on,
okay.
Sandy B.
Yeah, but I mean, really, that was it, right?
Congeniality was like 2000.
That's what I mean. I like
Congeniality.
Congeniality was in the 2000s. I was.
It might have been
I was getting
99.
away from that. Are you sure?
Saying it's pretty. You can't say she's 2000s, but she did Speed and Congeniality. Right.
Yeah, but I
I'll
thought
find out.
Congeniality was
Wait
2000s.
1 second. I'll find out when she did Congeniality.
I'm thinking Kate Winslet.
Really?
Kate
Are we
Winslet.
talking right now?
Or during the
Congeniality
90s.
was made in 2000. Well, it was
Yeah.
released in 2000. It's filming in the 19s.
It was released in 2000. I
Right,
wasn't
which
there for
means-
filming.
Oh my God, Miss Congeniality's only got 41% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is a peach of a film.
Foolish.
This is a peach of a film. I love this film.
I watched it the other day with my mum.
I love this movie.
When I was in shit, we wanted to watch it with my mum.
How good's it when she's walking out and then he goes like this and she gets the donut out of her boob? It's a great bit.
Classic.
It's a great.
It's a great
Are
bit.
we rating them? How, like, if this was 1999, who would we pick?
Yeah,
or
like
right now?
no, just
everything.
I think just think back of your memory of these women and go, Jesus,
Well, it's Sandy B. She's been in a lot more.
Sandy B, right? It's
She's
gotta be
and
Sandy
in
B.
Gravity. I nearly, and I don't mean to be crude here, boys.
Yeah.
But I had a boner when I was watching Gravity.
Yeah,
when
like-
she's floating around in her knickers, I nearly did a cum.
Yeah.
I forgot she was in her knickers. I was
Sandy
like, you
B-
just love spacesuits? What do you mean? Like, spacesuits
remember-
and this bit is what gets me off.
No,
I
when
don't remember
she-
her in her knickers.
She took her space. She took her spacesuit off.
She took her space
And she's
suit
floating
off.
around with her fucking muscly legs. Oh, I nearly shit.
I think Sandy B is awesome, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Julia Roberts. Because like, just think of the power that woman had. Oceans 1 through 13.
You go to Oceans, yeah.
Oceans 1 through 13. She's in. She's
The
in.
press
She's in.
junket for Oceans 12, when she
press
does that
junket.
interview and she's like, thanks for having me. Oh my God. Moving.
All right,
Somehow I
moving.
missed the first 10 oceans.
No, there's only 11
Great.
through 13. That's pretty funny. And then she's in, of course, Notting Hill. Peach of a film. That's almost I
Erin
wonder what that is.
Brockovich.
Erin Brockovich.
Pretty
Are you
Woman.
kidding? Pretty Woman.
See, my next down would
Pelican
have been
Brief.
My next down would have been Kate Winslet because I didn't really care for Kate Winslet. I liked her, but then when I saw her in extras, I was like, oh, this lady's it's something different. She's very funny in extras.
But that's just because
she's
she
pretty
had the
good.
opportunity. I think
that's what I
Roberts
mean.
could have done that any day of the week.
Roberts is pretty good. Notting Hill, 83%. That's criminal. If
I
it's not
think-
90%.
Who else we got? Kidman and what was the other one?
Kidman and
Bullock. Kidman, Bullock, Roberts. Is there another one?
And Kate Winslet.
Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
I think.
Fuck, marry, kill, and fight to the
Hang
death.
on.
One of them.
But before we go into that,
Okay.
I think Julia Roberts has the most star quality, like the most Hollywood. Of
Yeah,
like, there's something.
she's
If
like,
she walks into a room,
look at
even
that
if she wasn't
smile.
famous, she'd walk into a room and you'd be like, "Who is this?
Yeah.
Who
wow,
is
who
this?
are you?
Who is she?
Yeah. I'd follow after her. Like in a trance. Not like
You
I'd
get
be
yourself
like,
in trouble again."
oh my god.
Yeah, I
who
think if
are
it was
you?
Sandy B and you saw her in the wild, you'd be like, oh, this lady's going to yell at the person at the
You're
counter.
thinking Blindside, Sandy B, though.
Maybe, yeah.
Blindside is a terrible movie.
You're
She's
Speed.
good at it. But
What?
she's bad.
You seen Speed?
A long time ago.
It's really good. Dennis Hopper, great bad guy. R.I.P. Of course.
Were they all in Speed 2?
No, just Sandra Bullock.
Sandy was.
What was the
Reeves,
purpose of that one?
Hopper.
It was like exactly the same.
It was on a boat.
It's on
On
a
a
boat.
boat.
Yeah.
This boat has to stay over 6 miles an hour or it'll blow up.
Nautical miles.
Yeah.
Normal miles are too fast.
Got to stay below 6 nuts.
So. in Speed, she's just a passenger.
I like that the audio listeners
No, she's driving the
will
bus
miss
most of
out
the time.
on you.
No, but
doing
she's just a passenger, and
Just
then
some
he's like,
regular old dumb
right, isn't she?
passenger.
And then Keanu's the cop, and he's like, drive the bus.
Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah.
She's like, that's how she's in it.
She's
right?
just
She's
riding
just
the
one of
bus,
the
yeah.
passengers. And
Drive
then
the bus.
She's helpful.
Drive it. It's my best
That's a
Keanu.
good Keanu. What
are you doing?
In Speed 2, in Speed 2 nautical miles only, what is she? Is she like, again, I'm on a hijacked thing? Or is she like,
Yeah.
what's the deal?
She's running around in a singlet and she's like, "What's going to pull that?" And she
Tugboat
just-
Sandy.
How do you make any suspense on the ocean floor? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
like-
bridge.
Well, that's
the
great
ocean
filmmaking.
is unfinished. It's like, you know what I mean? What are we doing here?
Go straight to Niagara Falls.
Oh my God, look at that cloud. In 6 hours, it's going to get rough.
Oh my God, it's so stupid. What a dumb
Oh,
premise.
let's go the other way.
Oh, sequels always suck. Miss Congeniality 2, flop. Hello.
Not true. I'm sure there's sequels out there that are
Terminator
better
2
than
Judgment Day, best sequel ever.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day is probably the best of the three.
Aliens,
as well.
also good.
Oh, yeah.
Not as good as Alien, though.
Rush
Different
Hour.
style.
Rush Hour 3?
Rush Hour 3 is pretty fucking good.
Rush Hour 3 is great. I said that to somebody the other day. I said, I was quoting Rush Hour, and I said, like, what? Yeah, that's not quoting Rush Hour, I understand.
What is it
But we were
good
doing
for?
what were we doing? I was doing something. Anyway, and I said, oh, Rush Hour, and they went, that's a very, very upsetting film.
Why?
I was like,
Oh,
why? And they're like, it's incredibly racist.
okay.
There's not a single white person in the lead role.
Yeah, like, I don't get it. I haven't seen it in a while. It probably is, but like, God,
I
it's
don't
good.
know. I think there's a gag with Chris Tucker in the dojo.
Oh, yeah, no,
With
it's
the
racist
name.
as
You
shit.
and me.
The whole thing's racist, but it's fine.
Is it racist?
Yeah. I mean, the
Well,
whole
it was
thing
probably
is...
written by
The
Ro-
whole thing is like Chris Tucker, that's not what you're saying. I understand what's going on in my mouth. Like, he's not... The whole time it's like, what are you speaking over there? Man, you don't touch my radio.
Although
Don't touch my
my
radio.
favorite joke is in that film, where in the start of number 3, he's directing traffic, and there's a rather large woman, and he goes, "Oh!" He goes, "What's your problem?" She goes, "I have a thyroid problem." And he goes, "Stop eating thyroid." It's my favorite fucking
Good joke.
ever.
Great joke.
It's so funny, and my
Yeah.
family says it all the time.
Stop
eating
eating
thyroid.
thyroid.
It's so good.
Good stuff.
It's so good.
But like, no, it doesn't matter because
I don't know.
it
Look,
wasn't
it's not-
written by Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. But
No,
like I imagine
the
the two of
bloopers
them.
for them are just tremendous.
Yeah, and if it's the two of them having fun,
Yeah.
and making jokes with one another,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, there's a scene where you see someone's boobs, but like just in the silhouette, and
Mm.
you better believe I paused it on my PlayStation 2. That's where I used to watch it on my PlayStation 2.
I did a boob pause when I was younger as well. What fucking movie? Oh, it was Dane Cook starring in.
Oh, Good
Good
Luck,
Luck, Chuck.
Oh my God.
and there was
Good
a
Luck,
sex
Chuck.
scene montage.
Good Luck Chuck was unbelievable
Yeah.
for me as a child.
Yeah, and you know what was
A
good about it? You
revelation?
know what was good
Yeah.
about it, Ben?
What was good about it?
It was a sex scene montage, so it went for a while.
Yeah.
and so at 13 or 14, I could come without pausing once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could start the montage, and by
Nice.
the end
As
of
a
it,
27-year-old, I could
glaze
do
the lounge
same.
room like a donut. I would have been
Oh, just in the lounge room?
not scared. I spent a lot of time at home alone because
Right.
my parents weren't good, and my brothers did drugs.
That's fair.
So I was at home alone, just jacking it to Dane Cook.
That's so
Never
funny.
watched a
And
Dan Cook
Jason
movie.
Alexander.
It's not good.
Jason
No, I-
Alexander's in it?
No, the
It's the guy from Harry Potter.
Yeah, and from Walking Dead and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
The big chubby guy. He's great. He's
He's
great
good.
fun. He's good quality.
I was thinking of Shallow Hal, Once a Gal.
Yeah, that's it. He's in that.
He's Jason Alexander's in that.
Speaking of being a bad kid, you know what I found out the other day?
What?
When I was... My niece has gotten kicked out of kindergarten for biting other kids.
Got kicked out. I
Yeah.
thought last time I heard this,
Oh, she'd
told
been-
to leave that day.
Yeah, she'd got kicked out of kindergarten. I think she can go back,
Oh, wow.
sort of thing. And she's just been a little shit. She's also been a bit of a turd
Right.
for a while. She's a bit of a bossy little lady,
How old is she?
like 2 or 3.
Terrible twos, man.
Yeah, she's not good. And I've been like, oh, you guys are gonna fucking sort it out, because Mum always calls me saying, "Oh, guess what she did now?" I'm like, I don't think it's funny, Mum. I'm
No,
like,
it's fucked.
I'm like, she's gonna get she's not gonna have any friends and that. And she goes, relax, okay. You nearly got expelled from primary school for whipping a Down syndrome girl with your hat. And
How do you whip someone with a hat?
I was like, and immediately the memories flooded back in. And when I was in primary school, I used to hit a girl with Down syndrome with my hat.
Used to in like
I don't do it anymore.
no, but like more than one occasion. Not like this
Yeah,
one
no,
time. It's
I
I used to like.
No, I targeted her, and I
750
nearly
time
got
for an apple and a
it
hat
was
whip.
so constant. I nearly got expelled, and I did not know that I got expelled. I nearly got expelled.
That can't be the first conversation they've had with you either. It's like, Matt, you have
He's
to
repressed
stop.
it. Yeah,
It's
he
like, I think I'm
repressed
gonna.
that for sure.
I need
No,
to.
yeah, because it would have been the teachers get me in trouble, and then you know.
I couldn't remember one instance of me getting in trouble in school. I know I did, but I couldn't tell you the interaction. So I've repressed all of those memories.
But the fact that you nearly got expelled, they had to have said it at least a couple of times to you. Like, Matt, stop
Yeah,
hitting her.
yeah.
And you're like, I think I'm gonna hit her again.
Let
Like
me
you
tell-
just,
let
you're
me
like,
tell you
I
this.
won't hit her, and then you saw her on the playground. You're just like, oh god, I got this hat.
Yeah.
She's right there.
Was
What
it
do
a
they expect me to
Legionnaire's
do?
hat? Are you whipping her with the
No, it was
with the flap?
it was my my school hat, my broad brim hat.
Oh, see, at school I had a Legionnaire's hat.
What's that?
It was the hat with the flap.
Oh no.
So you could
coolest one you
really
can
whip.
get.
No, broad. When I say whip, I'm just going like, bang, like hitting.
Just
Well, okay.
physically abusing.
By the way, it's not important that she had Down syndrome.
I
but
think it is.
but it is a part of the story.
No, it's
I think
important.
there's no point
It is
leaving it
important.
out.
Even more vulnerable than you would initially assume if it wasn't
Yeah,
mentioned.
especially
Yeah.
at school. Oh my god.
Yeah. So,
But didn't you say you had some sort of learning difficulty as well?
Yes.
What was it?
Kind of even.
I'm just an
playing
idiot.
field.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There was nothing diagnosed.
No, it wasn't until I was in grade 2 that I could read. Really, in grade 2. I went to lessons to learn. I didn't know what.
That's actually
that's
really
called
that's super
school.
common.
Everyone
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
to
yeah.
lessons.
That's not a problem at all, especially in primary school. That's not uncommon. So
you
it
know,
just all depends on.
but I was good with like numbers and maths and stuff. But what I just couldn't. I didn't know the letter G when I was. I remember learning the letter G in grade
Maths and
2,
stuff.
being like A B C D E F, and always stop there because I couldn't remember what it was.
G.
You said good because I know it was good. Yeah.
It is a tricky. G's a tricky
hard
man
one.
because
It's
it
a
could be
hard one.
G, it could be J.
Don't know.
So, anyways, I haven't
I've been doing it for so long.
I haven't whipped anybody with my hat ever since.
Fair enough.
And I guess
do you know,
it
I'll be honest,
stopped.
I don't think you need to.
No.
It's never a good idea.
Be honest though, have you had the craving at some point?
To whip anybody or just people with Down
Do you
syndrome?
need to whip someone with a hat right now
You tell
just
us.
to get out of your
Have you ever had a broad brim hat on since?
No, I
just felt
I
it in
try
your
to
hands and
avoid
be
it.
like, oh my God, the
it's
power.
like
I think you should.
it's like
I
an
think it's
alcoholic.
best.
I don't want. It's better just to go cold turkey.
I think it's better to avoid a broad brim hat for several reasons with you.
Yeah.
On
With
Friday,
everyone,
I'm
to be
going to get
honest.
you a broad brim hat.
They're
Let me see what
never
happens.
ever good broad brims.
Now I hated
great.
my broad brim hat when I was at school.
I never wore one, and when I played cricket, I also didn't wear one. I wore a cap.
Nah, they're fucking rock.
You know,
Do you like a broad
They're a
brim?
premier headwear.
Premier headwear.
I remember in grade 6, when I was in grade
Rolls on the
5,
tongue,
and the older kids in grade 6 who used to bully us,
Classic.
you know, whipped us with a hat.
bully down.
Everybody gets theirs.
You got to bully down, guys.
Used to come up behind and grab the back of your broad brim hat and go, which make you go,
From in front of you?
Yeah, because I've got the broad brim hat here, so they grab it from behind. And go,
Oh.
and it pulls me down.
Well,
And-
that's quite funny though.
yeah, it's
that's
a good one.
really
It's a good one. So that's why I don't like broad brim hats.
The worst thing we did at school with our hats was fill them with water.
Good one.
And then put them on our own heads.
To cool yourself down.
Yeah, and we got
Hot
in
day.
trouble for that.
It was a drought.
Yeah, we were in the middle of a ferocious drought back then.
Yeah.
God, remember that? I used to have people coming over. How long do you leave your tap on when you're brushing your teeth? Like, yes. Shame. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, Harold. No, Harold was about sexual health, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Giraffe.
No, and drugs.
Sex, health, and drugs. My 3 favorite
Rock
things.
and roll, baby. I'm Harold the giraffe, and I'm going to finger your dad.
Did I ever tell you about the guy that tried to return something at work? I'll just tell the story.
Did he leave a review?
No, he came in, and I wasn't at work this day, but I came in and they're like, you gotta come and see this footage, right? So I go and I watch this footage, and it's the guy in games talking to this guy at the desk about returning a video game. Just exchange. Is it called returning? Yeah, I return a couple of games. And Mike opens one, great, scan, no worries. Opens the other, right, scan, opens the other, opens the third.
Ellie.
And is like, you see him go like this, and then he looks up and he's like, what? And the guy goes, I just want to return this game. And he opens the case, and it's just 2 slices of white bread. And he was like, man, it's bread in here. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know, I can't return I can't return this. And he's like, oh, that's fair. Puts it to the side and keeps going. How fucking crazy is that?
He gave it a go.
Like, so funny. Like, yeah, it is bread. Yeah.
I like the game that came in the case, but I hate this bread.
Yeah.
Please, will you take it back?
Oh, I
simulator.
can't figure out whether or not
I'll take store credit.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like get rid of it, and I've lost the game, but I want the money. Like, I don't know what the reasoning is here. I just think it's so funny that he's gone bread.
Got no
in
idea.
The case.
Not just one slice either. It's like, there's
Couple.
enough for a sandwich in there. That's got to be what, $10?
Surely you'd buy a sandwich for $10. By the way, a
Bit of cheese. I see all this stuff you guys have got around here. Surely you've got some cheese.
Oh, absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. But I was at my sister's. No, not my sister's. I was at my sister's.
I'm still thinking. I'm still trying to come up with the reasons why the bread was in the thing.
But this is related to JB Hi-Fi, and it just popped into my head. I was at my friend's 30th birthday a couple of weekends ago, and this guy that I don't particularly know. He's a friend of a friend, and I kind of know him. Anyway, his name's Kyle.
So it's Kyle's birthday.
No, it was Paul's birthday. Kyle is a friend of Paul's.
I'm having a real hard time getting past the bread thing.
It's real weird.
It keeps popping back into my head.
It's really weird.
All right, I'm listening.
Right, so Kyle, Paul's friend. I don't really know Kyle. I know of Kyle.
Trial by Kyle.
Right? And he comes over to me and he goes, hey, I saw you at JB Hi-Fi the other day. And I was like, oh, I didn't see you. How come you didn't stop and say hello? Right? And he goes, oh, I just finished screaming at one of your employees. Anyway, so I was a bit embarrassed to tell you, so I'll tell you now. And I was like,
cool.
Do you think? He's like I was just stone faced. He's like, so yeah. I was like, why did you tell me that? He's like, oh, I thought it'd be funny. It's like, you just telling me you just yelled at people I like. I like the people I work with. He's like, oh. It's like, what did you yell at him for? And who was it? And he goes, I don't fucking know. And I was like, oh, okay. He goes, why'd you yell? He goes, well, I got a text that my PS5 was in. And then I go in and it wasn't in.
Yeah, idea. No.
And then I was like,
I'm on his side so far.
And I was like, okay, what was the issue? And he's like, so he gets in and he's like, oh, sorry, look, the text went out, but we sent too many texts out. It's totally our bad. We're getting more in tomorrow. You're first off the list, right? Okay. That's not too bad, right? I'm so sorry. You'll get it tomorrow.
Annoying,
right?
Yeah,
It's not like it doesn't matter, right?
I wouldn't yell, but
you'd be annoyed, but like you wouldn't yell.
No, I'd yell because whoever that staff member is, it's directly their fault. That's true. This text message got sent out.
That's true. Well, it's a system. It's not actually our fault.
No, it's his fault.
Right, anyway,
it's his fault. He pressed the keys and sent the thing. I'm sure of it.
He had his phone out typing. Dear Ben.
So you'd be like, fuck, that's fucking annoying. I drove all the way here, but whatever. I'll see you tomorrow, right? And I can understand a snap.
Did you ascertain how far he had to travel?
Not far. I know where he lives. He lives with Paul, and Paul lives very close.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, fuck off. You drove maybe 3 minutes. Go die in a hole.
Fuck you. Paul lives close. Fuck off.
I know
how close Paul lives.
But I know how they live together, right? So anyway, he tells me, he comes in, he starts, he goes, oh yeah, I was screaming at it because I knew that fucking cunt put it away for his friend. That fucking little bitch. I knew that cunt was doing this, and I was screaming at him going, you fucking thieves, you fucking all fucking thieves, you're taking my shit, you're stealing it from your friends, fuck you all. And then he walks out and he sees me and doesn't say hello, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's telling me at this party,
and I was like, Aidan.
Yeah, I go, oh, Kyle, I didn't realize you're a cunt like that. And start with a drink, and he was like,
"Good one."
Didn't talk with me the rest of the night.
Yeah.
It's like, in what world do you think I'm going to find that funny?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Wild.
Also, did someone put it aside for their friend?
100%.
No.
Well,
okay.
not that I know. I
It's not-
asked the guy. But we're not allowed. I try all the time. I really do. No, I really do. They come in and they've got people's names on them straight away.
But what about when I got mine? Didn't you sort me out a little bit
there
there?
was more on order than had been pre-ordered. So I just said, because what we do is we know that's, I shouldn't be saying this. I know that how many are coming in. So when it was like first release, we don't do it anymore. But when it was first release, it was like, all right, we're getting 20. I need one. You need one. Can I have 2, please? So my games guy would be like, all right, cool, we're getting 18 for everybody else, which is totally fair. I work at the fucking place.
Yeah.
It's like, Coles people getting toilet paper before everybody else. Grow up, it happens everywhere.
I got toilet paper at the Regis shop, and that was a big problem with customers.
Yeah, but I don't give
Being
a
like,
fuck.
why you guys get toilet
Because
paper? I'm
I
like, because I
work
came
here.
here at 6 a.m.
Yeah, but
I was here first.
I work here.
Took
Go
it
away.
out, took it straight out the back to my car.
Yeah, go away.
Put a blanket over it because I was that concerned about toilet paper.
Yeah, go away.
What a weird time that was.
So it was a weird time, but yeah, we do that.
But I had
not
a
anymore.
PS5, so
Not
that was
anymore.
fun.
Yeah, not anymore. We don't do that anymore. Anyway, I thought it was weird, and it's
That
a
is
weird
weird.
thing to like bring up at a party.
Very weird braggy thing.
Yeah, I was out getting. It was a real fun time, and he's like, anyway, I was yelling at your friends. I was like,
Aidan.
Stop.
Oh yeah, you'll love this.
yeah,
Oh,
it really was.
man, the
It
other
really
day.
was just
Yeah.
like that.
Could have been you. Could have been you.
Yeah, it could have been you. Didn't want to say hello. Anyway, you fucking suck.
See how long it's been since I've been out just then when I was miming? I went.
Yeah, that's not what you do at a pub.
At a
bar.
pub.
Yeah. Nah, that's not what
good
you do.
times. Good times. The way I really just gave up then.
You gave up?
No, I like flicked something in the air. I don't know. I just decided not to touch my notes today.
I also...
It's fun.
But
Your
yeah.
TikToks have been. I wanted to do a bit where I showed Ben the TikToks on the podcast, but I couldn't quite work out how to do it. And now it's got to the point where I can't show any of that on the stream.
No.
No.
What do you mean?
I'll show you in
His
person.
TikToks are so fucked.
Well, why don't you just show me the phone?
Yeah, just give him the phone.
All right. Okay, I'll
It'll
just
be
do-
connected. You can't have the... Oh, you could have the sound.
I don't want to.
I think the
It's
sound
just
makes it funny.
sometimes it's just like... Ah!
That's funny. And you can just edit out if there's any
My TikTok
unsavory
is...
noise.
This will be a good podcast ender. We could use this noise.
Which one is it? Can I see the picture?
What the fuck, dude? You're gonna act like that was a cough?
Sorry.
No, seriously, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Did I send you? I listened to. I saw one very similar to that today, except he full on shit himself, and it was like, I must have saved
What is your algorithm?
Hey, it's GMat here, and don't forget, if you enjoyed that episode of the GMat podcast and you want to hear more, we also have the podcast post show over at patreon.com/the GMat podcast. The post show is a shorter episode recorded directly after the main podcast where we wrap things up and talk about anything we didn't have time to talk about. $3 a month and cancel anytime. We are a community-supported podcast, so your support over there funds the show and makes it easier for us to keep doing what we love. If you want to support us, head over to patreon.com/the GMat podcast.